We got a great show, people. Thank you guys for tuning in. HotFacts with Robert Reese podcast. That's where this is streaming on. We got a great show. We're about to go ahead and get this thing going on for you right now. Let me go ahead and put a stop to this background music. Let me go ahead and put a stop to that background music. Let me go ahead and just hop on screen right now. Thank you for tuning in. HotFacts with Robert Reese, people. We're on the podcast. You see it here. Welcome to the HotFacts with Robert Reese podcast. Feel free, people, like, share, people, do all that stuff. Give it thumbs up. And any corresponding channels associated with the HotFacts brand, go ahead and give them a look. Give them a thumbs up. Go ahead and check out the Tyrant Terminator audits. Go ahead and check out his work. Much great work there. Check out in the gig world, if you're in the gig space, check out Dashing with John. Check out Devious Dasher. Devious Dasher is on the run with his live streams. He's getting thousands of views. People have, when he came in and I told people that I'm over there every night, I saw a few more people that come into my side over on this side, people. That's how growth happens there. Check out the Dashing Investor. Go get that money. Do what you got to do. He does a great job at everything. Check out the Dashing Investor. Great channel. Great guy. Does a lot of great stuff. And he and Dashing with John, they have a challenge that they do every day. They go head to head and they show exactly what they do, how they make their money, and how they're doing it with regular life. So go ahead and check that out. And also go check out Go Gig It. My man over there is giving you the Bible verses. He's doing everything, and he's really looking into things on the food side and the rideshare side. So if you're into the gig economy, go ahead and check out those channels right there. If you are into political talk, religious talk, anything else like that, I suggest you to go ahead and head on over to Chaotic Truth. Okay, check out Chaotic Truth on that. Tell them HotFacts sent you over. And if you want to know about how to drive a car and make money on it, doing it with Uber or Lyft or Hum, go ahead and check out the Mic Drop BBQ, Jeff. Head on over there, grab your plate, sit down. He does a great job with everything. Ask him anything, he will lead you in the right way. But we have right now, we got a list of the show that we're going to do today, people. So we're going to start off with, well, not start off, let me just give you a rundown of the show. We got the NBA that's going to be coming on up. We're going to be talking about the NBA, and Jonte Murray has a lifetime ban. Okay, he has a lifetime ban from the NBA for doing gambling and things like that. Let me go ahead and get that up there for you guys. We're gonna go over Jonte Murray in a lifetime NBA. Also, we got to go over. There's a very nasty pastor out there. There's a very nasty pastor out there. Let me go ahead and all right. Let me get that one up there now. We got a nasty pastor out there. He's doing some sick things, and it's crazy. I got this one right here. We got a crazy boss out there that is doing some crazy things. So we're going to be speaking about the bad boss, and he does something that is so embarrassing to an employee. You guys are going to see. You guys are going to see what's happening with that. Also, with that, people, we're going to have a Coach Eli challenge, people. So for those of you who don't know, I've been going over and checking out YouTube, and there is this guy that is a life coach, and he says that he is a really good life coach, but at the same time, there's no real life coaches going onto his channel. So I'm gonna issue out a challenge for life coach Eli. I'm gonna issue out a challenge for him to see if he accepts the challenge, because I emailed him to see if he can unblock me so I can ask him on the show. But even going with that, he will not respond. So I know he does watch. So there is a challenge to Coach Eli that I am going to go ahead and get into. And then also, I got to clear the air with the DoorDash revolution. And I do think I may want to start with the DoorDash revolution, just because it's a personal matter Then we'll go ahead and get through the lineup on how it goes. It's a personal matter here. Emilia, can you hop on there? Because I'm gonna need some cues. You're gonna have to push the button when I go ahead and have you because I'm about to be talking. So with the DoorDash revolution, all right. He had a blow up on his channel today for 1 hour and 9 minutes straight. And I'm so sorry it happened because while the revolution was live on his show, I was over on Dashing with John, Go Gig It, and the Dashing Investor. And John was like, Reese is in and out today because I'm editing and I was getting the clips ready for the show for what I have here to finalize everything else that is there. So he was like, oh, he says he's editing. So I was still commenting on John's channel and on the investor's channel because even though they are separate channels, people, they are on the same live stream. But if something is wrote on John's comments, you can't see it on the investor. So I was literally on Dashing Investor and I was over there with Dashing with John watching their live, and they had Go Gig It up there. Okay. So when I got done with part of my editing, I clicked off of their thing. Okay. And well, I told them that I got something good today for the show. It's something so it's the most embarrassing thing that a boss can do to an employee. So they were trying to get it out of me, and John said he ain't gonna tell you because he's working doing his thing. So that was my time to go ahead and get on out. So I saw the DoorDash revolution was on his channel. So what happened was I go on the DoorDash revolution and I see that they're already talking in his live. So I go back to the beginning of his live to watch it from the beginning. Okay. So from when I was watching it from the beginning, the revolution said that we got Reese in the house and he said some other things. At that same time, the Kevin Dean that's in brown that even comes in here was over in there in the comment section with the Rev in the beginning. So when I watched the revolution give me credit for my video about Zach drives fast, and Hulk was going into the safety things that I brought up with the video, the missing DoorDash driver, the Papa John's pizza delivery driver, and the elderly lady that was shot and killed by the elderly man. John was just got over doing that. So what I did was I was commenting on from the first beginning, and when I wrote the comment in on the revolution, he thought that I was making something up and said, "See, this is here." I ain't said nothing about him being a troll, people, because I said, this is me. Okay, I said, this is me. I am right here. I don't want no one bringing me up and saying that I'm a troll. The revolution got mad and really upset and went off on me and said a whole bunch of things that I slandered, and he went nuts, like he went on one. And while he was doing that, I popped in as Kevin Dean myself, and he knew it was me because then he blocked me, and I was not able to do it. So I hopped in under Jose Alvarez, which he has a full list that I text him on. These are the, you can't have 10, you can only have 7 accounts. Okay, not 9, 10, 11, 12. You can only have 7. I made those accounts so I can go in and mess with Eli because he would not answer my questions. So I kept those. Okay. So I went in as Jose Alvarez, and it was me making all the comments. And I'm telling him that you don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do any of this. Like you're lying right now. So when he said that he never he never brought up Reese being a troll. He said Reese is in the house and Kevin Dean is already there typing. So, then he said, I already know Reese got Kevin Dean, but that was not me. So he was thinking that Kevin Dean that was typing was me, and it's not me. So I went in as me, and he blocked me. So I'm going to let you guys see because you guys know I got proof. You guys know I got proof. Emilia, can you go to the videos? Go to the video and do the first one. Let me see what the first one. I'm not there. Let me see. It's the one about the Rev. Let me see. Uh, do the first one. That's 32 seconds. The one on the top, not the one on the bottom. The one on the
Already.
top. Yeah, yeah, that one there. Listen to this.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in the house again with another episode, Take It to the Streets Live Morning Show. And we thank the people that are in the house today. We got Reese in the house today, and others. And we want to talk about 5 bullet points that we've been already digesting.
Okay. So instantly he said Reese is in the house, right? And points. And he was gonna go over his 5 bullet points, right? Reese is already in the house, but I was not there. I was on Dashing with John. I was over there every morning. I'm over there. So he already said Reese was in the house because Kevin Dean was writing, which means you're saying I'm a troll because that's not me. So I'm not lying about why I said what I said. Excuse me. I pretty much let you know that that's not me. This is me. And I don't want no one talking about me as being a troll. I was letting you know so you can say, oh, that's not Reese. That's not the Kevin Dean. The brown Kevin Dean comes in here also. Now, I have the next clip where if you look into the chat right here, you are going to see Kevin Dean and the Rev is gonna go in about the 5 bullet points. You're gonna see that Kevin Dean was already in there, and he said Reese is in the house. So automatically he said that I was in there when I was not, and I am not that troll. So when I said that that's not me, this is me, and I don't want no one saying I'm in here as a troll. That was me letting him know that that's not me because that's what I saw from the beginning. This is the very beginning, the first words of his live stream. The very first words after the round of applause, we got Reese in the house, and Kevin Dean is there. So let's hear that one again. Let's hear it again.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in the house again with another episode, Take It to the Streets Live Morning Show. And we thank the people that are in the house today. We got Reese in the house today, and others. And we want to talk about 5 bullet points that we've been already digesting.
So from the very first words of his show, from the introduction, we got Reese in the house today. Now let me show you guys the clip that Kevin Dean was in there when he said that. Watch this one. I got it.
Already
Let me see.
digesting it. And we want to see what people think about these 5 topics. For one of the announcements, I got to go to the Veterans Economic Initiatives Summit on the 26th to the 28th. Then they got another one on the 24th through the 25th, and I posted registered for both of them. So
So as you see, I went in as Jake Reed also, and he got rid of Jake Reed. So I had to go in as Jose Alvarez. So as you see, he said those 5 points we're going to go over. Then he said what he has to do for what's coming up. This is in the very beginning of his episode. So when I went to go watch him, when he was saying, well, if Reese went back to the beginning, how would I know that that they gave me props? If you look at all my comments, I'm saying you guys gave me props about, about the Zach Drives Fast thing. I was already at the beginning, watching it from the beginning. My comment was about the beginning, letting him know. So when I typed it, wherever he was when he was doing his live, my comment was about the beginning because that is what he thought. He should have said, oh, so what is Reese talking about here? Then he would have already know that he started up the episode after his introduction. We got Reese in the house today. And Kevin Dean is down there typing under me, Jake Reed. Kevin Dean is in there while I am Jake Reed. So if he knows I am Jake Reed and that's the real me, that makes him know that Kevin Dean is a troll and that's not me. But he got mad at me for telling him that that's not me, the Kevin Dean. And he went off on an hour and 9-minute rant. And he made up every single thing. So I just have to clear that up. When you go watch people's live streams, I don't just watch it from where it is, people. I go back to the beginning to see what it is. Then I go speed it up to like 1.5 to where I can catch up. Then I'm watching it right then live. That's just what I do personally. That's just what I do. So he thought that I was jumping in and someone that came and told me that he's talking about me as being a troll. No, I was going off of his own mouth, his own words. We got Reese in the house today, and I was not. I came in to go back and watch. That's all I did. So everything that he did, and he had other people inside site there who don't know anything, like trying to get in between, trying to make more on what is on what it is. The Rev said that I went to go purposely pick his worst thumbnails. How would I know which ones are your worst ones? Only like you're judging yourself too much, man. We make our own thumbnails and we say it's okay to go up there. So obviously everyone is okay. I just try to find the one with the clearest picture of your face. That's it. And no one's trying to make you look certain ways or do this and that. They're thumbnails, and none of them are evil and mean. And then you said that I'm breaking guidelines, rules, and all type of this other stuff. You're sounding like the Coach Eli guy that I want to do that challenge thing about. And it's not cool that you think anyone that goes into your room is me. And that's a problem there because it's not. I was really over in Dashing with John and the Investor, editing and engaging with them. I got to you after I told them I got something that the most embarrassing thing that a boss can do, That's when I left there. And I went to go watch your guys' thing from the beginning. So everything you said was completely false. And yes, you know I got Kevin Dean. I sent you a text message. You know that. I sent you the whole list. You also watch my videos. Just like you said, Reese addressed Zach drives fast. You watch my videos. You also said I do agree with him. The show must go on. You watch my videos. So if you watch my videos, then you automatically know that the brown Kevin Dean is not me, because when you go watch Roy or any of the other chat channels, you see that my Kevin Dean is in blue. And then look at the date and when the channel was created. Kevin Dean was not created like yesterday or like within a week. I've had that for a long time. I've had it for a long time. A long time. So it just doesn't make any sense that you think everyone that goes in there is me and you go off on these tangents and these rants. And clearly it was not me. And I have the proof that you did say Reese is in the house today. And it was not me. That was the brown Kevin Dean. And why would I have two Kevin Dean accounts? That doesn't make any sense. If someone blocks someone, why would you come back with the same name? That doesn't make any sense. No one would ever do that. So whoever is whispering in your ear and telling you all this stuff, it's wrong. And then you said, see, you guys didn't know about bullet point 6. Bullet point 6 is here. Well, if bullet point 6 is here, that means that you plan for the brown Kevin Dean to go in there so I can see it and I can let you know that it's not me, so that you get upset with me, and then we are here. That would be the only thing about bullet point 6, because I went back to the beginning of your episode and started watching before I made my comment. So when you kept saying, well, if you would have known, you would have went to the beginning. I was already there, and I got your word from the jump, Rev. So just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. And quit lying, saying that I'm telling people that I wish you got arrested and all this other stuff. And Like you said, I didn't even get a ticket. No, you didn't get a ticket. I didn't get one either. But it's a safety issue. You don't just hop out the car when cops pull you over. You just don't do that, and that's stupid. That's the point. And you did it. I don't care who you are. We got to learn from that one. Everyone can learn from that one. So that's nonsense of you to get mad over a real safety issue. You wish someone else was in that situation so you can be talking about it, to say what not to do in that situation. But oh well. Quit using stuff like that as whatever else it is. Go through my videos. My videos are not about talking about you. They're about all the stuff that's going on out there. I'm talking about you now because you did what you did. And you did it for no reason because you forgot what you said. You got to remember what you say in the very beginning of your own live stream before you go off about something that no one even did. So you went off and cut George off and went on a whole nother live stream about nothing. And it was false. Because you thought the brown Kevin Dean was me and you said Reese is in the house today. I verified and cleared that up. That's all you got to understand. That's all you got to understand. And then you went and blocked me on my real Kevin Dean. So I went to Jake Reed. Then you blocked Jake Reed. So I had to go to Jose Alvarez. You were doing what Eli does because you didn't want to hear the truth. And you had to sit there and look at all my comments. When you go back and the chat replay comes, look at all of my comments that I'm writing. I'm clearly stating and telling you that no, it's not like that, Rev. I'm watching from the beginning and it's what you said. I'm clearly stating all of that. So then when you go back and watch this and watch from the very beginning, you will see that it came from you and I was just clearing it up. If you got that much hate in your heart for hot facts, you shouldn't be out there preaching. Because you are passing false judgment because what you're saying is false. And then where does Ghost come in all this? Because Ghost did not try to run you over with a vehicle, and then you said that I got Ghost trying to talk to people out there to learn about you and do detective work on you. What type of person? I think the military went all the way to your head, man. What type of person would think that someone is trying to, first of all, why would anyone just volunteer to do that? Ghost would have to get compensated something. Why would anyone volunteer to do this made up Rambo task so Ghost can investigate you with other people? Why do I want people to investigate you? What detective work do you say I'm doing and all this other stuff? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And for the people that don't know, TFT wasn't there. And I heard TFT's words. I saw them. TFT was like, you know, he supports us both. He wishes we could have done this behind closed doors and everything else, and he wishes it can stop. Whoever don't know about what's going on, don't even try to tell TFT and other people about what's going on because you don't know. That's just you trying to stir a pot into something else. Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. If someone thinks I got a MacGyver plan to have private eyes follow him and stuff, you don't know how upset that person might get all overworked and everything off of nothing, might pass out or anything. So don't add fuel to the fire, especially to what you don't know. And just remember what you say when you start your live streams, because Reese didn't do nothing wrong. I just clarified that that was not me and I was not in there. So I don't want no one saying that Reese was in there being a troll. No one said that that's not Reese. That's not the real Kevin Dean. That's not Reese. No one said that. So I had to. You watch my stuff so much, you would know, but you didn't do it. So I guess your plan was to have it set up there so I can go and engage with you and say something so you can't talk about me. You're just doing what Eli does. And it actually worked. But I'm just saying, it's all false. It's all false. It's all false. Now I'm done with the Rev. I'm done with the Rev. Let me get on the Eli challenge. Can you put up the Eli challenge there? Let me get on the Eli challenge. Under the banners.
There are no banners.
I don't know why they didn't go right there. That is weird. That is weird. Let me see something. Try it now. But it has the music. Oh, that is strange. All right, that's just an internet thing. So I want to get into this right here. Let me go ahead and put this up. The Coach Eli challenge. And I want to put this up for those of you who don't know who Coach Eli is. Can you play the Eli video?
Which one is it?
It says Eli video.
No. I'm recording.
Sure.
No, you can't.
Ooh,
No, you can't, bro.
on
Just
there.
you can't. No,
Ooh.
dude, I can't. No, dude, I'm asking you to go.
Oh, dude.
All right, if you don't leave, I'm gonna call the cops.
Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God. They're in a public place. You can't ask them to leave. Oh, come on, Eli, come back.
And if not, that's okay too. No. I'm recording. No, you can't. No, you can't, bro. Just you can't. No, dude, I can't. No, dude, I'm asking you to go. All right, if you don't leave, I'm gonna call the. All right, we're back live. We are back live. I was just harassed by a bunch of young kids. I basically told them if they don't leave me alone, I'm gonna call the cops. So I may have to call the police. If they come up to me one more time, I'm calling the police. The police is also over on the other side of the park. I could go back over there.
All right, so that's Life Coach Eli. That's how he handles kids. Kids have a thing with him. They like to go and interact with him in his videos, try to do willies for him. He turns them down. Some kids have even thrown rocks at him. So that's why he has a fear of kids, but he's a life coach, so he should be able to get over that fear of children there. But he also gives relationship advice. He says that if you're a 5, you date a 5. If you're a 6, you date a 6. If you're a 7, you date a 7. He says, don't go outside of your box. Well, I don't want to get into it, but there are some things said about the person that he is with and the number system and trying to figure out what he got going on there. I will say this, though, before I get into the Life Coach Eli challenge, because this experiment that he has going on with Don, um, I don't think it's right that people say that, and this is just being real before I go ahead and get into all my stuff. I don't think it's right that people are saying that, well, she looks worse since she's gotten with him and all these other things. First of all, she has osteoporosis, okay, which means that and she doesn't do anything that can help build that and close the holes in the bones. This is where you're gonna see Reese come out with his education and what his background is. She's not doing the things to close up those holes, to condense them so that they're stronger there. So therefore, with the osteoporosis, which is brittle bone syndrome, people, there's osteoarthritis there. Okay. Now, when she has that, you also have to know that your spine is a bone also. So that's why you see a lot of slow movements and things like that. And then there's other problems that she has, and there's things internally that she has going on. So when someone is sick, they go through things. And when someone is sick, what your body normally does, your body eats at itself, okay, because your body is trying to keep itself alive. So your body eats itself and your body shrinks, okay? Even if you are trying to eat more and put more into your diet so that you can actually do what you got to do, your body is still going to start taking more of that because your body is in defensive mode. There's a study done on cats called hyperplasia, and you'll go ahead and see what that means. Your body stores fat, okay, for extra use so that it can use when it feels it needs to, that you are like stressing or things like that. That's like your body's one of its last mechanisms to help you prepare for yourself. On top of those things there, you don't know what other medical issues that she has. She may be a person that has kyphosis, lordosis, okay? People that's hunchback. Kyphosis is hunchback, lordosis is sway back, and then the scoliosis. Now, you don't know what someone may have with all that stuff either. So when people start saying, well, look, she looked better then, and look at how she looks now, you could be seeing medically what is going on with someone on how it's affecting their body, and that's how their body looks. So to put that on someone is actually mean, cruel, and that's not cool. That's not cool because my mom was someone like that, and she had a degenerative spinal disease, um, hip replacements, shoulders, spondylosis, spondylothesis, MRSA, everything, everything. Not one person told my dad it's your fault because of how Pat's body is breaking down. Not no one said that to my dad not one time because they would get that ass whooped thoroughly. They would get that ass whooped and stomped. That's what happens with the natural progression when someone is sick and they have things going on. What Eli might be trying to life coach is maybe, and I don't want to say it, he may be trying to life coach someone to show people how to be a caregiver. Maybe his life coaching is more into caregiving than it is with anything else. Because in order to put yourself in that situation, first of all, we know he had to do his number system. He had to rate her. Then once he rated her, he had to go ahead and see what she has going on. He saw what she has going on, life coaching experience. Let's go ahead and get it done. I don't feel that's right on his end for doing it, but I don't feel it's right for other people to blame what her natural progressions are medically and everything on this gentleman here. The extras that's going on is because she's with him, he has to hear him going to rant, and actually he reads and he probably tells her what you guys are saying about her while she's going through this stuff that makes her be mental, and she's probably taking pills for all that stuff too. You guys are adding in more stress that is really making her body go into a phase to where it's going to eat itself up even more. And a lot of you guys don't realize that because you guys don't come from the background that I come from, in the schooling that I know, in the psychology on how that works. You guys could literally be watching someone die because you guys are forcefully putting that on and making some guy spend all of his time, even though he wants to, doing that. And then she has to sit over there and listen to it all. And then that breaks her down and eats her up. So if something really bad does happen to her, like let's say he's on live and he lets you guys know that she's right there watching, and you guys start saying a whole bunch of stuff, and then she reads a comment and she can't take it, and she has a heart attack and passes away, how are you guys going to feel about that? How are you guys going to feel about that? Honestly, honestly, I don't think that's cool at all. I don't play around with that stuff. Okay. And to be honest, the people in the gig world that go deliver to the hospices and you deliver to the senior center, like we have a couple here that we deliver to. Them people in there is sitting inside their chairs. Some people are like this. They can't see their hands back and forth. There's no one there visiting them or none of that stuff. No children, no anything. At least she's on the outside. And at least when she tells Eli, I'm trying to get ready, at least she's trying to get ready and she can. There's a lot of people who are already in a vegetable state because their mind are gone because no one wants them around. And then their whole body breaks down and eats them up. So shame on a lot of you guys that do that. Now let me get into my Coach Eli challenge. This is my Coach Eli challenge here. And I say everybody, however many accounts you have, delete 2 accounts. Create 2 new accounts. If you have to. Create 2 new accounts. Everyone should come in as a certain life coach. Everyone should go in and say, hey, Eli, I'm a life coach also. I watch your channel. I want to see it. See, normally I would do this as like a troll. I like your channel and all, and I would like to compare some of the things that you do with me and compare these notes to see, how they pan out. He has not spoken to not one life coach, period, at all. He has not brought on not one life coach on his channel to speak with at all. I have a challenge for people to, if you can get a real life coach, someone that does that, and you can bring them on a panel and have them come up to one of your panels and speak, or have them watch and give a reaction of one of Eli's videos as a life coach, and let's see if Eli will click the link and speak to coach, is let's see who can get Eli to really speak to a life coach on his own channel, or click the link to speak to a coach in general. Now, if he gets this and someone will send this to him, he's going to block anyone that says they're a life coach, or anyone that says they're a counselor, they're a motivator, or anything. So if he blocks out all of his peers, that means none of you guys should go back and watch him then, because he's not a real life coach. So the Coach Eli challenge is, I want us people to do it. I'm gonna get rid of 2 of my accounts and start today. I know he's gonna go walking at some point. I'm gonna do it today. And then Eli, okay? And then Eli, I challenge you to reach out to someone and bring them on your panel and let them go over those Reddit issues with you. Bring on a real life coach. You can simply find them up on YouTube by typing up life coaching. Then you can see the channels and you can write them like a commenter, Eli, and let them know what you do. Say, hey, I'm Coach Eli of Coach Eli 2 Authentic Streams. And do that in there and let them know that you're looking for a panel of life coaches to get together so that we can help more people out there. I challenge you to do that, Eli. Ain't not one person out there said anything about that except for HotFacts. And not one person broke down how Don is deteriorating and how you guys are playing a big part on how someone can get injured and everything else like that. No one's did that either. So it is what it is there. It is what it is there. It is what it is there. Now, I want to get on Jonte Murray. Let me put this banner up really quick. And this NBA lifetime ban. We're going to go ahead and get into that. So yeah, we're going to get into that right there. So we're going to get into that, and we're going to go to this video in just a little bit. Now, Jonte Murray, people, now remember Pete Rose got the ban from baseball because he bet on games. He never betted on his own game, impacts of himself being in a game. He never did that, never betted against his team or anything. But Jonte Murray has made about $3 to $4 million in the NBA, take out taxes. He's made about $2 million in the NBA. And he's making $441,000 for the year as an NBA player. And what he did was he was on like the FanDuel thing, and he was doing bets for his activity and things like that with one of his best friend's accounts. And it was a bet for $80,000 that would pay out $1.3 million. Now, he didn't win this. The most he's won was $21,000. And he's got a lifetime ban. He can't play NBA anymore. Whatever backup plan he had in college and school, he better went ahead to learn how to sell cars or do whatever else he got to do. But he got the lifetime ban, and $1.3 million, okay, was going to be the payout. He got sick in the game, and he only averages 4.3 points a game. So to have people put ridiculous bets on someone that don't get in the game, it's kind of fishy there. He was suspended. Then Adam Silver dropped the bomb, lifetime ban to the NBA. He can no longer be associated. That's WNBA. That's the NBA. That's the G League. That is, you know how NBA does rebuilding parks. NBA cares. NBA building borders with the other countries. He cannot do anything with the NBA. He has to go play overseas, but if he goes plays overseas, they're gonna get the report on that he gambles. So he's all the way toasted and done. Now, some people say, well, he's making that money. Why would he go ahead and do that? Well, Gilbert Arenas said it all the way. First of all, young player. His brother's in the league. Michael Porter Jr. is his brother. They got money in the family, so obviously they probably have some things set up so he has money. But when you got baby moms and you're doing all that other stuff, and they just say, well, you make this much money, you're never gonna be with me. I'm gonna make it so that you're not gonna be around your kid and stuff like that. They see that you play in the NBA. Now they're saying that you gotta pay all this much money in child support, plus paying all your taxes. When you're a player that goes both ways, NBA and G League, you're not living in a big house. You're normally living in the sky rises that cost so much every single day, unless you're eating at the sports facility every day with that free food that they give you. Like Ocho Cinco said that he was pretty much living at the at the Cincinnati Bengals facility because he didn't want to spend his money like that because he wasn't making it. Unless you're doing like that, like Rudy, before he made the Notre Dame team, he was sleeping back there. He was sleeping back there in the custodian room, you know, you know. So he's spending a lot of money. While spending a lot of money, he ain't making no money. So he got desperate to say, look, you can make 1.3 million off of $80,000. The only thing is you're at risk for getting lifetime banned. And he gave betting agents and everything, injury reports on other players and everything else like that. So he really went the whole 9 yards. This is worse than Jose Canseco. This is the worst crime in sports history coming from this guy right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this right here. Go to the banner there, go to the brand, and pull up the one that says NBA.
To get into this news about a guy that has now been banned for life by the National Basketball Association, the NBA. We're going to get started with this breaking news out of the NBA. Bottom line is it's not good. There's no way to slice it. The league has issued a lifetime ban to Raptors forward Jontay Porter for gambling violations. The NBA says Porter committed several serious violations that include betting on games, providing confidential information to bettors, and worse, limiting his own participation in games for gambling purposes. As part of the league statement, here's what Commissioner Adam Silver had to say, and I'm reading this, quote, "There is nothing more important than protecting the integrity of NBA competition for our fans, our teams, and everyone associated with our sport. Which is why Jontay Porter's blatant violations of our gaming rules are being met with the most severe punishment. While legal sports betting creates transparency that helps identify suspicious or abnormal activity, this matter also raises important issues about the sufficiency of the regulatory framework currently in place, including the types of bets offered on our games and players. Working closely with all relevant stakeholders across the industry, we will continue to work diligently to safeguard our league and our game." I couldn't agree with Adam Silver more.
So people, very, 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 very serious. And it's crazy because you have to get a lifetime ban, because if you don't, other players will just start doing it, because that's all the punishments you're going to get is that. So you have to start doing lifetime bans. And it's so sad that it came from this guy and his brother is in the NBA, and that doesn't make any sense at all. Lifetime ban. You can also leave a comment on that in this video whenever you would like. Let me know what you think about that. That is crazy right there. Now, I got something that's crazier. All right. And both these things are so crazy and nasty that we got, all right, we go do the nasty pastor first. All right. We're going to do the nasty pastor first. Now, I'll let you guys know about this, that up in North Texas, and I got to ask Ricky Knight, even though I know he's in East Texas, but I got to ask him if he heard about this. So we all remember the show To Catch a Predator, right? Chris Hansen. Hey, how's it going? Have a seat right there. Do you know why you're here? Yeah. One dude brought pizza and condoms. One dude brought like cookies and weird shit. These dudes is nasty. We've seen clergy, police officer, and everything. Well, in North Texas, they did it to catch a predators thing with the marshals, sheriffs, the police department, and everything. With these people who were chatting online with people and everything, and coming to meet up with nasty, with little people. One was a pastor of a prominent church in Texas. People, take a look at this. Can you play the one that says, oh, Chris, yeah, Chris.
Is there any explanation for this right here? I mean, you can go all over the world and not see nothing as bad as this right here.
Hey, Caddy Beast from Phoenix, Arizona, and you're watching Hot Facts with my boy Robert Reese.
Is among the 15 men arrested in a recent child predator sting in Collin County. The sting was called Operation Home Alone. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager spoke with the Collin County Sheriff about the operation and the suspects who were arrested. Peyton.
Heather, these 15 men who were arrested live all over North Texas, but investigators tell me they traveled to Collin County to meet up with who they thought were minors. It turns out they were undercover investigators.
These 15 mugshots represent the 15 men recently arrested in a sting operation targeting child predators online, according to an announcement by the Collin County Sheriff's Office on Wednesday. Operation Home Alone was a 3-day undercover operation conducted by Collin County deputies, Plano Police, Dallas Police, and Texas DPS. Investigators within the Child Exploitation Unit went undercover online. Collin County Sheriff Jim Skinner says the men traveled to Collin County to meet up at undisclosed locations to have sex with minors. Instead, they were arrested.
And then there were a number of days in which our ghost unit had to track down some of these individuals in order to capture them. Matter of fact, one individual tried to evade arrest and crashed his car into a vehicle occupied by a deputy U.S. Marshal. And so, these are dangerous people.
On the right of your screen, 5 men were charged with soliciting a prostitute under the age of 18. On the left, 10 men were charged with online solicitation of a minor sexual conduct. This includes Reverend Jason Myers of Trinity Episcopal Church in Fort Worth. The church sent out a letter over the weekend stating the associate rector was suspended after he was arrested on Thursday. Trinity Episcopal also says it does not have any reason to believe that anyone in the congregation or school was harmed, but went on to ask anyone with information to reach out to the church and law enforcement. According to online records, Myers bonded out and is bound to an ankle monitor.
This should serve as a reminder to parents the dangers of online communications. Cell phones, gaming devices, and computers, that's the hunting ground.
Sheriff Skinner says the operation is ongoing. The sheriff assures investigators are constantly looking online for people who prey on children.
Please understand and know what your children are doing with these electronic devices. It's extraordinarily dangerous.
So, Heather, drugs, firearms, and electronics, they were also seized during this investigation. And the Collin County Sheriff tells me that more charges could be added to these men once the investigators go through those.
All right, so you guys see electronics. They found drugs and everything on these dudes. So this dude is at church, pastor. If you can't send your kids to church, then what? But we do know that it says in the great books, there are going to be false teachers and prophets, people faking the funk. The devil can shapeshift, hop into anything, find a host and hop in and do things. Now, I'm not saying that that dude was overtaken by a demon, but chances are he was overtaken by a demon. A lot of you guys don't know about, the secret societies and the satanic Bible and the rituals that they have to go through with compassion, greed, lust, empathy, compassion, a whole bunch of they have to do seven sacrifices. And they have to do these things as I'm willing to do this to try to get the reward of this. Now, I don't think God was telling him to go sacrifice little innocent Billy and Bob. And that's how you're going to make it to heaven. But if you cannot trust the church or the pastor, like, hey, pastor, can you pray for my kid? Like, yeah, you know what? We got the prayer room in the back. Now parents got to escort their kids to the prayer rooms. Parents got to go into, there have to be like dual confessions now. If it's a kid can't go into a confession or anything because they got to have an adult with them. If a woman goes and does a confession, there has to be a male in there with her. Things like that are getting messed up now. Just think about that, how it's all changing. Just think about that. To catch that pastor out there and anyone that was doing work with this dude, man, I know you just got bamboozled. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. It was not your fault. Now, I want to get into this bad boss here, okay? I want to get into this bad boss here. Now, this is what I was telling John, Dashing with John, and the Dashing Investor about. And Go Gig It, because he was trying to get it out of me. Now, we know what bullying is, and cyberbullying and everything else like that. I put a community post up yesterday, and I asked you guys, was this considered cyberbullying because of what we went over with John George Hulk Smash? What we went over, that will qualify under it. So I just want to hear what you guys said. It's a random channel out there that I just happened to see a thumbnail on. So go to my community post, check it out, and then tell me what you guys think. But this right here, what's about to happen is straight crazy. Now, imagine people getting bullied by a boss, complaining to upper management and everything, and nothing happens. You find out nothing happens is because the real big boss of where you work is this guy's best friend, is this guy's wife. So the guy's wife who runs everything, and the guy being a dickhead is the boss of the employee and the other employees who have made complaints and nothing happens. This guy does the most embarrassing thing that you could do to somebody at a workplace. Let me know how you feel if you would sue or anything. Just imagine you work in a place where you have a desk, okay? Imagine you work in a place where you have a desk, okay? Check this out. Can you go ahead and put this video on up? It's gonna be the one about the desk, about the
So tonight, was it a practical joke or bullying? An employee says his boss did this to him as punishment, put his desk on the roof at work for everyone to see. This is happening at the Antioch Unified School District.
That employee and several others say the boss has not been held accountable. They tell us the district is turning a blind eye because the boss has a cozy relationship with the top official. Investigative reporter Candace Wynn joins us now with this exclusive story. Candace.
This isn't the first time this boss has been under fire. First, 4 years ago, over comments during the COVID shutdown when he worked for the city, and now for how he's allegedly treating school district employees. Several of them tell us Ken Turnage has not been properly disciplined, and they know why.
Oh, his personal relationship with our superintendent.
Because of his relationship with the superintendent's husband and the superintendent.
Ken Turnage is still there because of his relationship to the superintendent and probably more people downtown.
This picture isn't the start of the story or the end, but it might be the last chapter in Jim Kesser's 30-year career as a maintenance worker at Antioch Unified School District. He says his new boss, Ken Turnage, waited until he was not at work to trash his desk and then direct multiple district employees to use this forklift to put his desk on a roof in the district's maintenance yard, where he works. Besides it, a sign that read Kesser's Access and a ladder.
I literally was in the emergency room the next weekend. My wife said, "You're having panic attacks," and I thought I was having a heart attack.
Why do you think he put your desk on the roof?
I asked that question 100 times. At first I thought, he's bullying me for speaking out for a conversation we had a few months earlier where he asked me to do a job assignment. And I said, I'm open to doing, whatever you ask me to do, but I just want to let you know, because you're new, I'm not a mechanic and I'm not an electrician. And he literally blew up at me.
When you say he blew up at you, what happened?
He could do it from 0 to 60 in 5 seconds.
It wasn't a joke. It was predatorial. It was bullying.
Kim Atkinson is the school district's purchasing technician. She handles district dollars and says this was not an appropriate way to use public resources.
We're a school district. Our money is for students, and we're spending money and employees' time and overtime to put a desk on a roof as a cruel bullying prank.
Kesser and Atkinson are 2 of about 10 Antioch Unified employees who've reported Turnage to the district. Ken Turnage is the school district's director of maintenance, operations, and facilities. He oversees everyone in the department, including these 4 who provided the investigative unit copies of their complaints against him. They say his behavior put 3 of them on medical leave for stress and convinced Bruce Quartermunch to retire early.
I said, I honestly feel like you're disrespecting me. And he did his little shoulder thing and he says, I respect you. And I said, okay, thank you, I appreciate that. He stomped behind his desk, clenched his fist, did his thing, and he says, I don't respect you. I don't respect you at all.
He's charged up on me, thought I was going to be physically assaulted.
I asked him where I could put my printer, and I was told I could put it on the roof.
We reached out to Turnage multiple times, but he didn't respond.
I believe in ecological balance.
He did speak with us back in 2020 during the height of COVID, right before he was removed as Antioch's planning commissioner for writing a lengthy social media post advocating for ending the shutdown and allowing the virus to kill off the weak and the elderly.
Is it something I'm advocating to happen? No, but it's nature's course.
Also on Facebook, photos that these employees say reveal a bigger problem. Why they believe 15 months after this roof incident, Turnage still hasn't been held accountable.
He is best friends with Stephanie Anello's husband.
Stephanie Anello is Antioch Unified superintendent. She's shown here near Ken Turnage, along with her husband, Alan Cantando, Antioch's former police chief. Cantando and Turnage are pictured together outside of work, over and over again, in different locations.
They go golfing together every weekend.
They're golf buddies, barbecue buddies.
I've seen him on the golf course. I golf. I literally saw him playing with Cantando and Stephanie Anello.
We took the allegations that Anello is failing to discipline Turnage because of his friendship with her and her husband straight to her and her husband. After multiple emails and calls, we never heard back. But we did get this email from the district's HR director saying AUSD takes all matters concerning our employees seriously. As this is a personnel matter, there will be no further comment. We still wanted to hear from the district's top official, so we went to last week's school board meeting.
I'm here to speak to Superintendent Anello. You have not directly responded to any of my calls or my emails. You have received numerous complaints about Kenneth Turnage, and I want to ask you, has he been disciplined?
We can't talk about personnel.
He is accused of putting one of his employees' desks on a roof using district resources. What was your reaction to that? Several employees feel he has not been properly disciplined because he has a close relationship to you as well as to your husband, a former Antioch police chief. How do you respond to that?
These employees say the silence makes them more uneasy.
Oh, I'm ready for complete retaliation.
I'm scared what he's going to do to me.
This problem, they say, doesn't just impact them, but Antioch schools too. Together, they represent nearly 7 decades of experience maintaining school district facilities.
I wanted to spend 2-3 more years. I loved my job.
And I wanted to work longer. There's no reason why I can't work longer.
Superintendent Anello, let me know if you change your mind about commenting. It's important to us that we get your side in our story. 1 hour before that board meeting, Ken Turnage sent an email to employees saying he'll no longer be their direct supervisor. He'll still oversee the department, but now focus on managing $195 million in voter-approved district funding. In a separate email to us after that meeting, the district's HR director said they investigated the concerns and took appropriate action, but did not specify what kind of action.
All right, now, so imagine your boss gets away with murder because your boss's best friend is the overall boss, okay? And the best friend is high end on the law enforcement side. So let me tell you how this worked. He said, babe, it's just like in high school. We get away with everything. You cannot fire my best friend. You fire my best friend, you're gone. Stuff like that. Stuff like that, making her turn her head, not go ahead and do nothing. 4 people, mental cases and everything. Now imagine you showing up to work like everything is normal. You going in to go to your desk and your desk is on top of the roof. You're thinking like, oh, what employee then went ahead and did this? Then you figured out it was the boss who you have a big issue with. The boss did that. Now, people, we pay taxes. It goes into the schools and everything. Why are you paying for grown people to put people's desks on top of roofs and say Grizzlies access with a ladder to go climb up the ladder to work out there in the heat? He did give him a tarp. He did give him a tarp. But still, that is humiliating. That is humiliating. That is defamation of character. That's emotional abuse. That is everything. And for him to just keep getting away with it because of my best friend's wife is everyone's boss, I think that's bogus right there. I think that's bogus, but that's the world we live in. Now, did you see the reporter go up there and ask him questions and said, we would like to hear from you so that we get your side for our story on our report? That's what I tell people. I give them a chance to interview, to do their thing, to give your full side before the report comes out. They choose not to, the story is going out. With whatever information we got is going on out. That's the way it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles. But this dude should have been fired a long time ago. He should have, first of all, there should have been a list of suspensions. Then he said that we need to do away with COVID, masks and everything, and let the people die because survival of the fittest. Okay, we can think that Darwinism and everything, but what if it was you the one that was going to die? You know, like, what if you die? Like, I know you say, well, I feel that way, but you can't be saying that stuff. Then when it made a Facebook page and put up all these crazy quotes and stuff, This dude was unhinged. Unhinged. As James would say, tyrant terminator audits. She's unhinged. My wife laughs whenever she hears him say that. They get unhinged. He did that over everything. And then after this comes out, he says he's no longer going to be interacting with them. He's still going to run the department, but now he's going to focus on the $190 million budget that's going on. If you are putting desks on top of roofs while being at work, I cannot trust you with $190 million. I am sorry, people. He needs to go because obviously that is conflict of interest. Okay, conflict of interest. She can't have him there. Him being what's up? Him being best friends. He should have to go work for a different school district and everything. He should not be allowed to have any control. He's in charge of the whole department still, meaning that he can go walk in, do whatever he wants to do, and he's still everyone's mean ass rude boss. I would have been socked that dude and just got fired. Hell nah, I'm not coming to work and my desk is on top of a damn building. Who the fuck you think I am? You think I'm finna go walk and go climb a ladder, go sit up there and watch y'all take pictures and laugh at me? Oh no, brother, that ladder is up there. We about to have a ladder match, WWF style. Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels. The Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudley Boys. We gonna have us a slobber knocker. Oh yes, we are. Because I'm gonna grab that damn ladder, turn that some bitch sideways like The Rock says, and stick it straight up your candy ass. If you smell well, HotFacts is cooking. That's exactly what I would have did. What's up? What's up, Jose Alvarez? What's up, me? What's up, me? What's up, me? What's up, Jose Alvarez? Much love to you, Jose Alvarez. But you're not about to do that with me at work. Then it get put on the news. People go think I'm a straight up punk. Oh no, we gotta chunk them up. Let's line it up. Let's line it up. Let's line it up. Let's line it up. It's just like some people, you know, I got a few people I want to just line up. Like, let's line it up. Line it up. Let's line it up. I want to line them up with a few people. One I want my uncle to get, but I got another one I want to run that with. I got one of them donators I want to run one with. And better not ever attend a gig con or say you want to make one, and better not ever make me want to go ahead and make a trip to New Jersey. I see how much it costs to get to New Jersey. You better not be driving around showing no streets, no restaurants. You better not say the names of them, because I'll be right there to run that. I got to run that. I was completely disrespected. My dad, my mom, my family, all for doing what regular people do. They already went and put up things on donation things on the news for the Uber driver that got killed by the old dude. They set up things for donations and all that other stuff. I got hit with that. Oh, I got to run that. It is never. And I'm not saying these people's name. One dude tried to get me to interact, and I just let him know, you got the X. Like, you got the X for good. You got the X for good. There will never be any peace. There will never be anything. I suggest you watch your channel. Don't put my videos up. Don't make fun of me with my videos going up. Don't have nothing about me going on, because guideline strikes is coming. Guideline strikes is coming. I'm telling you, guideline strikes are coming. Copyrights are coming. I'm gonna just do it the business way, and that's it. But I still want to run that. I still want to run that for real. I want to run that. I gotta get that. I gotta get that. I gotta get that for not only just me. I gotta get that for my dad, my whole family, my family that you know. Yeah, I gotta run that for all of them to that guy. I gotta run that. This is serious. I gotta run that. I gotta run it. I gotta really run it. For real though. Really run it. I don't play all that stuff. And I think I will. You know what? I think I'm gonna make a trip to Jersey. I think I am. I think I am. I think I am. I think I am. It'll be real easy to figure out where you are too. I'll just go type up I'll type up anything that has to do with New Jersey and a delivery driver and just see if they've ever heard of you. I'll figure it out real quick and we go run that. We go run that. You're in one of them zones where it's earned by time on DoorDash. Oh, let me see where all these earned by time zones are on DoorDash. Let me go ahead and figure out this, figure out that. Let me go back to that place when you bought the shoes and you were sitting in mall. Let me see what mall that is. Let me figure out what little mall that is. I gotta run that one. I gotta run that one. This is just I gotta catch that. I gotta catch that one. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. There will never be no meeting at one of these gig things. Oh, all the gig people are here. Oh, he's here. Hey, let's go run that. Straight to the bathroom. Let's go run it. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and run this first. Let's go run it first. Let's go run it first. That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it. That's true disrespect. So I gotta run it. I gotta demo that. I'm not making videos or mentioning people's names or any of that. You know who you are. You know who you are. You know who you are, and I gotta run that. You don't go after what people do when they're grieving and things they do to help, and then laugh and brag about it. And then twist up words saying that I death upon people's families and kids and stuff like that. I gotta run that. These are things that you can never take back. You can never take back. These are things you can never take back. And I advise you, I know how you do your channel. I know how you do all that weird stuff. You're known for getting the strikes and everything else like that. I'm telling you, you push the line, you're getting strike. I'm telling you. And that other gentleman, the other gentleman, that goes for him too. That goes for him too. Someone let him know. They're on that list of hot facts. They're on that list. So with that being said, people, with that being said, I'm about to head on out of here. I was going to do some station identification, but I'm about to head on out of here and keep it gangster on y'all.